What's up, folks? I hope you all can hear me well. It's been a minute. It's been longer than a minute, honestly. How long has it been? 10 months? So I don't even know if this stream is functioning properly because I had to change some stuff to set it up. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Is everything good? Is my voice all right? Is the audio good? Am I online right now? That's what I want to know. Before I even begin. What's up, folks? Hope all is well. I am looking to say, what's up? Audio's good? Cool. So what has gone on since the last time I streamed? I kid you not, this stream was not going to be about RWBY whatsoever. So I decided sometime last week that I was going to stream this weekend for reasons. Just for reasons, nothing too important to talk about really. And it just so happens, I checked Twitter, like, oh look, Kerry decided to drop some news. So I guess I might as well just make the video about that kind of as like a gateway in. That way I'm just not saying, hey, come talk to me about stuff, you know. So we're here. Last time I said anything about RWBY was 10 months ago, I think. I did a ranking of character video. That was cool. I haven't been within the fandom, so I don't know what's going on. I'm here so you guys can educate me. What's happening? I don't know. Last time I remember there was was it Viz bought RWBY, and I think they put RWBY on Hulu, and that's all I know. That's all I know. What's changed in the last 6 months? Oh, look at this. Last time I was on stream, at braces, they're gone. Look at that, it's gone. Can't believe it. Let's see what else. I've been playing Elden Ring. That game is very addicting. I'm late to the party, and that game is, I mean, when I say time flies when I play that game, it's kind of crazy. I can spend like 2-3 hours like that. Time flies, and I don't even notice it. Kind of crazy. So I need to keep track of that. Very addicting. What else I've been doing? You know, same old, same old. I got a new job. Still engineer. Still doing engineering, but it's a new job, which is cool. Let's see. Did I get a new car? No, I had a new car last time I streamed, so that's not different. Yeah, pretty much it. What's up, folks? Hope all is well. I have work soon, but stop by. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it, Skylar. That's cool of you. Yeah, it's been kind of crazy. Oh God, Volume 10. We were talking about whatever that was that dropped us yesterday. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I don't remember. We'll be talking about that, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick wrap up, or a quick rundown. What's been going on? No, nothing much. I see Vexed and RWBY. I click. I appreciate that. Well, let's talk about RWBY then. Let's see. What I'll say about RWBY is that there are a lot of new fans to the property. I know that because my YouTube channel that has no uploads in like 10 months, I'm getting a lot of like alerts from people who are commenting on my videos, giving their opinions or their takes on what I have to say. And these are new people. They're saying, oh, I'm new to RWBY. I've binged watched RWBY. I've binged watched RWBY is the word I'm trying to say, but poorly executing. I've been watched it. I like the show. I'm into it now, and I'm watching your videos. So the audience is growing, and it's finding new fans. And I think putting it on Hulu will probably bring about some more fans as well. So that's kind of interesting. It's interesting to have someone watch all 9 volumes, binge it without any commentary, without any talk from the RWBY fandom, without any like anything about my videos, without anyone else's opinions. Just watch the volumes all through from 1 to 9 and be like, okay, I like this show, I don't like the show. It's kind of interesting. So that's happening. Sherry Sawcross came out and said, hey, we have news for Volume 10. We're on the early stages of writing and planning, whatever that means. Now, there was some commentary from some folks that said, oh, look at this, guys. Eddie and Kerry are returning to write. I never thought that wasn't going to be the case. At no point did I think we're going to get any new writers. That was a farce. I never thought that was going to happen. And it didn't. The crew is back, and honestly, I'm happy for them. I'm happy for Kerry. I'm happy for Kerry. I'm happy for Eddie. Good on you. You've been sticking it out with the RWBY. You're trying to make Volume 10 happen. I hope it does. Good luck. And yeah, they got new fans. I kid you not. Go to Reddit. Go to some of my comments. The people saying, "Hey, I just got into RWBY. I binge watched it, and I'm watching it. I'm liking it. And what's the future?" So yeah, they're finding new fans, and we'll see what happens at Hulu if that brings about new fans. But yes, people are finding the product, the IP, and binge watching it, getting caught up. And the news that Volume 10 is happening is probably some good news for them, because they may be watching all the episodes and catching up and realizing, oh snap, the show's over. There's no end. And yeah, that would have been unfortunate. Now, I don't know what the plan is post Volume 10. Is there a post Volume 10? I don't know. I'm not sure what the best idea is, but perhaps they should wrap it up. Wrap up the main storyline. Then if you want to pivot to something else, which they probably should do, honestly, then they can do that. Tell other stories, different times during Remnant, and see how that goes for you. RWBY was blowing up on TikTok. Well, look at that. See? Finding a new audience. Finding a new audience. So we'll see. Yeah, everyone's back, as far as I know. Kerry, matter of fact, let's use the power of the internet to show you what I'm talking about. Let's see. Here we go. Didn't I retweet something a second ago? Here it is. Let's see if this works. Check it out. Boom. Kerry says, yippee. Well, she didn't say yippee, but the three freaking sun emojis tell me that she's happy, right? She's happy. Let's see. Eddie responded to it as well. We don't know what's going on. Let me just go ahead and play this, because why not? Let's see. Make sure audio is going to work. Is it? I think so. Okay, here we go. I can't hear this, but you guys should hear it fine. So it doesn't matter. I know what they're going to say, so it doesn't matter. I don't need to hear it.
For longtime fans and newcomers alike on digital and
streaming. I had to do this to hear it. Let's see.
I know what you want to know. Where's Volume 10? So I'm very excited to share. They were super deep in, early writing and planning. I know it's been a long journey, and we're incredibly grateful for your patience up to this point, especially knowing that there's still a long road ahead. But for now, I want to thank the fandom for sticking with us as we keep moving forward. More soon. Hey fandom.
Now, this is mostly a nothing report, just saying, hey guys, by the way, Volume 10 is in the works because we're writing it. We're not writing something for no reason. So, okay, guys, just so you know, there is something happening on the horizon for this show, we hope. Now, what shape will that take? I don't know. Will it be 3D, 2D? Who knows? Will it be a damn comic book? Who the hell knows? All we know is that they're writing something, right? That's all we know. That is all we know. You think it should have ended? Well, nice to see you too in the chat. I think they should wrap it up. I think Volume 9 was a mistake. In the way it was executed, considering what's happening right now. You know, they didn't have the luxury to have a filler volume. And that's what it was. I'm sorry to tell you the truth. Okay, I don't mean to poop on your parade. Okay, but Volume 9 was a filler volume. They didn't have the luxury to do that. So ultimately, even though I think Volume 9 is one of the better volumes writing-wise, it was ultimately a mistake. Because that capital could have gone somewhere else. The money to take that volume, the money to make that volume could have gone to a volume that was actually going to push the narrative forward, instead of like a sidetrack, you know, or a side quest. That's what it was. With no big or ultimate character development that we can expect beyond maybe John, maybe, and maybe Ruby Rose, but that's up in the air considering how Volume 9 ended. We'll see. We'll see. We'll trust the writers in that regard. But Volume 9 was not the smartest approach. It was filler. It was. It was. But that's a long time ago, or was it? Or was it? We're so cooked. I don't know. I'm happy for these people. I'm hoping for the best. We'll probably see this volume in whatever shape it takes in 2027, if you're lucky. That's if you're lucky. I mean, they're writing it now. They're in the early stages of writing it. I mean, can you imagine getting a animation team together? Well, that's actually maybe the Viz has some ideas in that regard. The Viz, maybe Viz has some ideas when it comes to animation studios. Will it look like the previous volumes? I probably say no. And honestly, probably for the best. May have a different art style if it is animation, depending on the studio. But that's like best case scenario, folks. I mean, we'll know what's happening with this. It may be a comic book or a goddamn movie for all we know. Hey, it's been a while. It has. Too long. It's been too long since I've been here. Too long. Folks are happy. It's been a minute since I've been to RWBY Reddit. Let's see what's going on over there. I'm just curious. Still the fan art I see. Disney Plus has Hulu has it, and you can watch it via Disney Plus, but you have to sign up for the upgrade. You have to upgrade your subscription depending on what you have right now. I have Disney Plus right now. Matter of fact, let's see something real quick. Let's see. I'll go to Disney Plus right now. Hi, here we go. Hulu. Let's scroll. Let me search RWBY. I've never done this before. I've never tried to search RWBY. Haha, there it is. There it is. People. There it is. RWBY in all its glory with the Disney logo right above it. Kind of crazy. It's locked for me because I don't have the Hulu. That is a weird site. TV14. A young hero. Okay. Heiress, rogue, party girl. RWBY's still being described this way. Yang is still the party girl. These are the 4 members of RWBY, a team brought together and trained for the sole purpose of combating the what? Where the hell is the rest of the description? Here it is. Combating the rampant evils that plague the fantastic world of Remnant. These 4 girls want to graduate from Beacon Academy. They'll have to learn to work together both on the battlefield and in the classroom. Solid little description there. I mean, that's a sight to see. Disney logo above RWBY. I wonder how they made that deal. Viz contacted Hulu and said, "Hey, Hulu, have a show. We want it to be on your streaming platform." I don't know how that conversation works. I'd love to know. Yeah, they're gonna abandon Maya, I would think. Have you seen Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes animated series? I have not. That's my iPod. Imagine they hype people up and did all this fanfare just for shipping BS. Will they keep it 3D? I don't know. I don't know. They're gonna have limited options. It just depends on what they want to do. They should take whatever they can get, especially if they're trying to make it animated rather than a comic book or whatever. If the goal is for it to be a volume proper, like animation, they should take whatever they can get, whether it's 3D or 2D. Just go with it. Maybe they can get the people who did Devil May Cry. Have you seen that, by the way? There's a series on Netflix called Devils May Cry, based on a video game. I've seen it. It's solid. It's a solid entry. You know what? I'll give my review later on. But they can get that studio. I wonder who made that actually. The Devil May Cry series. TV series. Here we go. They may not be able to afford these folks. What studio? Oh, Studio Mir. Here we go. Let's show this. Headquarters in South Korea. Let's see. What did it? Oh, okay. I see. Of course. Now it makes sense. It makes sense now. I figured it was them. Same folks that did not. Yeah. Okay. That'd be a huge get. That'd be a huge get for them. They did Legend of Korra. They did X-Men '97. Harley Quinn. Yeah. Okay. This is the go-to. The go-to studio. Studio Mir. Yeah. We'll see. That's might be outside of their pay grade. Well, I'm not sure. Because I'm not sure what Viz is trying to do and who they're trying to sell it to. Maybe they'll put it on Hulu, Volume 10 on Hulu. And if that's the case, they may have connections with Studio Mir. I mean, they did X-Men '97. They did Guardians of the Galaxy animated stuff. We'll see. That's like, this is like best case scenario. You get the studio. That would be sick. Unfortunately, I doubt that happens. I doubt it. This is the best case scenario to get Studio Mir to do that. But we can all cross our fingers, right? So someone's picking up the series. That's a goddamn question. That's a question and a half. I don't know. All we know is that they're writing Volume 10. That's all we know. And we know that the show is currently streaming on Hulu. That's it. Anything beyond that is all speculation. But according to Kerry, news is coming soon. If they can get Studio Mir, that would be exciting. That would be legitimately exciting. How they would do that, I don't know. But if they could, I think we'll all be very, very floored if that happened. But there's no way to know. There's no way to know how they would be able to pull that off. Who did the oh yeah, didn't Rooster Teeth didn't they do the movie? Justice League RWBY crossover bullshit? Justice League RWBY crossover. Wasn't that done by Rooster Teeth? Or maybe not. No, it was done by Warner Bros. Animation. My bad. Of course. No, it was done by RWBY. It was done by Rooster Teeth. By RWBY. RWBY did that, right? Am I crazy? Didn't RWBY do the crossover? Or am I out of my goddamn mind? Let's see. Pretty sure. No, Rooster Teeth does not have an animation studio anymore. It's dead. That thing's dead. It's gone, dusted. It was like a joint effort. A joint effort between Rooster Teeth Productions, DC Entertainment, and Warner Bros. Animation. Yeah, but RWBY, once they have to do it outside of, like, Rooster Teeth is dead. There's no Rooster Teeth. That's dead. There's no RWBY. That's done, basically. There is no animation studio when it comes to RWBY. Rooster Teeth is dead, so they didn't need to go a different route. You know, well, whoever animates the show, if it is animated, will be somebody who's never worked on RWBY whatsoever. Completely different team, completely different animation team. But they do have the 9 volumes to go by. They go back and look at the animation for volume 1 through 9, and they can make their decisions and how they want to depict that. But yeah, it'll be a different house. It's dead. Rooster Teeth animation is dead. Actually, backing away. Educate me. I am out of the loop. Explain. Explain to me that you said Rooster Teeth is back. How? Explain it. I'm here to be educated. I don't know what's going on. Fingers crossed for Studio Orange. What did they do again? Let me see. Let's see. Did oh Beast? Okay, Beast. Okay, I see. I see. I see. Stars. There's Godzilla. They did Black Bullet, Majestic Prince, Leviathan, and what movies they've done? They've done Underdog, Battle Master, Cinderella Girls spinoff. They've done. Bernie Burns brought the Rooster Teeth IP. What? Am I really that much out of the loop? What? Oh. Bernie bought the name and there's just a small company making podcasts now. Oh, interesting. I wonder why he did that. I thought he was content selling the company and moving on with his life. Didn't he move to Australia? Um, on February 5th, 2025, Bernie announced he had acquired the Rooster Teeth brand and its remaining intellectual property IP through his company, Box Crayon Productions. Wow. Wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy. Well, he sold it and got it back. That's hilarious. The founder came back and got the damn IP. I'm excited at the challenge of bringing Rooster Teeth back to its roots. The heart of its brand has always been its fans, and I look forward to writing a new chapter together. As an early pioneer of online video content, Rooster Teeth set the standard for how fans first and blah 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 blah. Wow. Okay. You see how much I'm not in the know? I had no clue that Box Crayon, aka Bernie Burns, bought the IP. That's crazy. I feel as though they need to do a complete rewrite. They wrote themselves into a corner the last 2 volumes. I kind of agree. How are the bad guys supposed to lose when they have literally every advantage? Well, if I remember correctly, the bad guys, a la Salem and Cinder, flew off with 2 of the relics on the way to. Oh my God, what's the name of the damn kingdom? Come on, come back to me. Not Vale, not Atlas. not Haven. I'm blanking on the name of the kingdom in the damn desert. Vacuo? Is that right? Guys, it's crazy. My mind has shut RWBY off. RWBY 4 Kingdoms. It's hilarious. I was the guy that knew everything about this damn show. Now I'm blanking. It is Vacuo. Okay. It is Vacuo. I'm blanking on the name of the damn kingdom. Man. I mean, I've been accused of being obsessed with the show, and now I can't remember the name of the damn 4 kingdoms. Yeah. Vacuo. I believe they're on the way to Vacuo. Right? So, are they too powerful? I mean, I guess. You just have to write it. You gotta write your way out of it. Simple as that. There are things they can do. It's fiction. You can make it up, right? So it just depends on the writing. That's all. Good writers can write themselves out of the situation. Where we left off was Team RWBY re-entering their universe in Vacuo. They're all there waiting for the imminent attack from Salem. You got 2 relics. There's 2 more to go. So her goals are far from being accomplished, you know? Far from it. But I will say Salem finally deciding to get off the couch has benefited her. She should have done this long ago. I don't know what she's wasting time for. She should have took matters into her own hands, apparently, because once she got off the couch, she got 2 of them already. She got 2 already. All she had to do was not be lazy. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I haven't thought about it in a while. It doesn't help that the names of the kingdoms and schools almost sound similar to each other. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's weird. It's weird. I think they need to write. We get it right. We get it right. I think they need to rewrite because of how they wrote themselves of needing 3 volume per arc, and they still need to do Vacuo arc and return to the. Yeah, that's over. I don't think they can do that. Their structure of doing 3 per area or kingdom is out the water. You can't do it. It's already done with Atlas because they took a volume to get there, which is fine. But there's been 2 volumes in Atlas, and that's done. The kingdom is gone. But they can't really worry about that structure anymore. Right now, it's about wrapping up the show in a satisfying way. Volume 11 may not be guaranteed. So honestly, they should probably just focus on wrapping it up in volume 10 if they can. Unless Viz gave them some type of assurance, or some type of like, hey guys, don't worry about it. You have until volume 12 to wrap it up. But if not, they need to wrap this thing up in volume 10. I'd say they can't do the whole 3 volume arc thing. It's over. It's over. Especially considering Atlas. I think the Atlas arc was a disappointment in many ways. Especially considering they really didn't spend that much time in Atlas proper. Spent a lot of time in Mistral. But the Kingdom of Atlas was kind of ignored, which is weird considering Weiss is from there. And Weiss wasn't really given that much in her own, which I thought would be her time to shine. I don't think she was given much, or not enough at least, in my opinion. So I think they need to transition Cinder to be the big bad. That needs to happen. I don't care what anybody says. Cinder needs to be big bad of the show. Needs to somehow usurp Salem. And the final fight needs to be Team RWBY against Cinder. That's what needs to happen. Salem is not the ultimate threat. I think she needs to be wrapped up here. It's like the fight before the fight, right? The fight before the fight. They had to deal with her somehow. Whether Cinder might turn on her or whatever, I don't know what they do. But ultimately, at the end of the day, the last fight should be Cinder against Team RWBY. To make Cinder the ultimate big bad, She somehow usurped Salem, and that's how you end it. Anything else, I think, makes no narrative sense at this point. You can't have Salem be the big bad at this point. It's over. Cinder is the ultimate threat here. Cinder killed Penny again, right? Cinder, she's it. She almost killed Weiss. She almost killed Weiss. But then for John's quick thinking, whatever you're doing, don't stop, right? Remember that? So yeah, I think it needs to be Cinder. However you do that, I don't know. You tell me how you do it, but that's what needs to happen. Volume 10 is going to cook. I'm happy you feel that way. Volume 10 should take some lessons from Daredevil, Born Again, and Marvel's Netflix show. By what? Getting new writers? That's what happened. If you don't know, Daredevil was writing their script, they're filming, and at one point, I think it was because of the writer strike, they decided, okay, let's take a look at this. Oh God, this is bad. Kevin Feige said this is bad. We got to change this. This is not working. He replaced the writers with new writers, and they wrote the first episode in the last 2 episodes of the season. And spoiler alert, the best episodes of the show are the first episode in the last 2 episodes, which were the new writers. So the new writers came in, they took what was already done. They weren't going to get rid of it because they spent so much money making it. So they took the body of what they already had, made a new beginning of the season and the new end. And now people are excited about the future of the show because the ending was very strong. But it's clear when you watch the season, the first episode and the last 2 were done by 2 different people or 2 different writing teams. It's clear. So the direction of the show now is deciding based on the last 2 episodes. But yes, that's what they did. They brought in new writers and they brought back in the old people from Netflix show. They brought back in the Punisher. They brought back in, what's her face? What's the name? I'm so bad with names, my God. They brought back in Foggy and what's her name? Claire? I don't remember the chick's name. Oh my goodness, I'm bad. I'm bad with names. Brought them back in from Netflix show and they're in the first episode and she's in the last 2. Okay, that's what's going on. You can see the difference in the show, like where the old writers were and what the new writers were. That ain't happening, folks. Volume 10 will be Kerry, Eddie, Kerry, and probably Miles Luna coming back. So you're going to get the old crew. So accept it now or be disappointed later. Eddie's back to writing team. It sure is. He is. RWBY should do a collab with Taken. Interesting thought you got there. Now that Barbara's married, it would be weird seeing her as Barbara Collins. Well, she's married. Good for her. At this point, I know there's still a fan base for RWBY, but there's a lot of other media that's done what they're doing better, and wonder how Volume 10 will do. My look at Arcane. Well, don't compare RWBY to Arcane. That's like not even in the same stratosphere, but I get your point. I think they need to rewrite RWBY from the ground up. Yeah, that's probably sure, but that's not going to happen. At the very least, they'll wrap up RWBY. So we just hope for the best. And then with the new team, I would bring in a new writing team. I doubt that happens as well. I think the writers who are working on RWBY now will be a part of whatever the new direction is. So yeah. Let's not kid ourselves. As long as Kerry is at the front or at the helm, it'll be Kerry and Eddie and whoever they decide to put on there. There won't be a new writing team unless they want to do a situation where the original writing team continues RWBY and bring in a new writing team for like a spinoff. But I doubt that happens. I doubt it. Seriously doubt it. Anything else? Let's see. What else we got over here? We're so effing back, says Reddit. Oh, let's see how back we are. According to Reddit, let's see. Volume 10 has been confirmed to be in the writing and planning stages. Sure is. I have been summoned. I shall rise from my slumber now. I'm expecting Volume 10 to come out in 2027. Agreed. Uh, I've reached levels of back. We have reached the levels of back. I guess we have. Let's go. Good news in 2025. I never doubted it. Never lost hope. Well, that's good. Early planning and writing means end of 2026. Yeah, that's wishful thinking, my guy. They don't have an animation team yet. 2027, if you're lucky. I'm just getting into RWBY. See what I said? There are people just now getting into the show. Oops. I'm just getting into RWBY. Now this bomb just dropped. Like, wow. So this person had just watched all of the volumes, okay? Wow, you luck her. Let's see. Not me openly crying about this. Man or woman loves RWBY. Let's see what else we got here. From the fandom. Oh, for those of you who don't know, there may be some people watching the stream who don't know me at all, who are now just getting into RWBY. But RWBY Reddit, last time I checked, hated me. So they hated my content. I'll tell you why in a second. So RWBY 10 has been greenlit already. Not really sure about the differences of that and what early writing and planning entails. Okay. Live. So people are happy. Good for them. Seeing how Volume 9 was written back in 2021. Damn, that's a long time ago. Wow. I'm kind of curious how much Volume 10 scripts have been already outlined and written. Wonderful day. My questions are, so is Viz just licensing RWBY? And are the animation and writing teams staying the same? Ha! Animation? No way. Writing? Yes. Animation? No. Not gonna go hire back. Like, those people moved on. All those animators moved on with their lives. You can't hire them back. They've moved on. They're not just waiting around for RWBY 10. They've got new jobs, made different like choices in life. Maybe, hopefully, join other animation studios, right? My favorite animator was Kim. Last time I checked in with her, she was working for a video game company, making and doing animation for that. So that was years ago. And Kim, by the way, was dealing with health issues back from working with Rooster Teeth. So to go show you, there isn't any good about the RWBY, not RWBY. Nothing good about the Rooster Teeth brand. Rooster Teeth brand has this aura or this sense of, oh yeah, community, nostalgia, fun, goofing off, being with your friends, right? But in reality, Rooster Teeth represents a working environment that brought about hell for employees and a lot of controversy and a lot of issues behind the scenes. Okay, let's not fool ourselves. Rooster Teeth brought a lot of pain and suffering to a lot of folks. Okay, there were people who are championing the brand dying when it happened. So let's not be clear. Let's not rewrite history. Rooster Teeth had its issues, a lot of issues. Okay, so Bernie Burns can buy it back all he wants, but he was a part of the culture of bullshit that happened over there. So let's be clear. Let's see. My tears. People are happy. Okay, cool. I wonder if Miles will come back. I think he probably will. Assuming he stayed close with Kerry. I don't know. I think they need to rewrite RWBY from the ground up. I read that one already. I agree with you, but it's not happening. At this point, I know there's still a fan base for. I read that one already. Yeah. So we'll see. We will see what comes of this. I'm not convinced. I am not convinced. But hopefully by 2027, and I think that's probably best case scenario, late 2027, probably. We'll see. What's my favorite My Hero Academia season? I am not sure. I'm caught up. I'll say season 3, but with no conviction. No conviction. I'll say season 3. But zero conviction. Let's see what folks on Twitter are talking about when it comes to RWBY. And people laughed when I said I had hope. Let's see. Let me do this. Pearl. Dan's happy. We're so back, everybody. Oh my gosh. Wow, really? Let's see what the AI has to say. Oh my gosh, you guys, Volume 10 is really happening. Yeek. I can't wait to dive back into action with Weiss, Blake, and gang, kicking Grim butt and saving the day. This is going to be the best adventure yet. Who's with me? This AI is taking text from other people, coming up with this reply. So literally, this is how this AI feels like the fandom would respond to this. Funny. Let's see. So happy to hear. Volume 10, let's go. Yada yada. Given that productions usually last two to 2.5 years, late 2027 is safe estimate. Yeah, that's good. I think that's best case scenario. Late 2027. Best case. Best case, folks. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. On a scale to 1 to 10, how excited am I? Honestly, without knowing the studio, without knowing the medium in which it will be given to us, I'd say I'm about like a 5 out of 10, to be honest with you. Surprised the show isn't called Cinder's Show at this point. Well, she is at the forefront, and I think she is going to be the main antagonist, or at least she thinks she should. I think she should be the main antagonist. But yeah, Volume 7, wasn't it? Wasn't it Volume 7, or which one was it? Volume 8 was her volume, right? It was her volume. Volume 8. For better or for worse. It was her volume. It came so late. This woman was introduced in Volume 1 in credit. And her volume, her backstory, why we should give a shit, came in Volume 8. The choice. I would argue that her backstory, not even argue, I'd say definitively, Cinder's backstory should have came in Volume 4 when she's mute and couldn't talk. That would have been the best time to do it. Give us her backstory then. That was probably her best volume. Not even probably, that was certainly her best volume. That's when it should have happened. That's when we should have gotten it. Didn't happen, but they probably didn't know what it was at that point. They probably didn't know what it was. Have you seen Retracted It? Surprised the show isn't called. I read that one already. Caleb, right? What happened? I seen. What are you asking me about? I didn't see it. What else we got here? Glad everybody's doing great from Rooster Teeth. That's great. I don't know that to be true, but if it is, great, awesome. Have you seen Avengers Mightiest Heroes animated series? I have not. I'm behind on a lot of stuff. I haven't seen that one. Cinder's the worst written character of RWBY. I agree. I agree. She is. She's bad. With I want to say. Yeah, she's bad. She's the worst. And then probably Yang. It's been a minute since I thought about it. Wait, I did a video on this. Oh, Adam. I did a video on this. Let me just go look at that. Let me refresh my memory. Since I've been like so done with RWBY, let me go back and look at see what I said back in 2024. Let's see. Let me look at this. Let me look at my ranking. Go to the end of the video and see what I put for. Okay. So at the bottom, I had Yeah, here it is. So I'll show you now. I'll show you. I had at the bottom Adam. I forgot about her. I forgot about what's the face. So I got Adam, I got Cinder, I got Neo, I got what's her face? I'm blanking on her name. I don't look at the chat. I'm not gonna look at the chat. What's her name? What's her name? Robin, right? Robin Hill. Dang, I got it. I got it. Robin Hill. And then what's his face? Cinder's little friend, who was abysmal. That was the worst of the show. Unfortunately, Cinder is going to be I think she should be the main antagonist, which is unfortunate because she's the worst in the entire show. But yeah, those are the worst right there. Worst written characters. Right there. So if, ands, or buts. Did that add anybody else? Let's see. Oh, I changed it. I remember now. I changed it. So I made it a different tier. Okay. So the bottom of the so the bottom of the barrel is Adam, Neo, Cinder, which I agree with. Then you have the next level, which is your whoever name, I can't remember the guy's name. Cinder's little father figure. Yeah, so the bottom barrel is Cinder, Neo, Adam. Then you got what's his face? What's his face? You got Robin Hill. Hayden is an Academy guy. I can't remember his name. Or Leo Lionheart, that's his name. Raven, Penny, Yang. Those are the worst. Robin Hill, yeah. That's a good question. It's probably Weiss, not like her character arc was that crazy. Volume 9, RWBY is probably the best written character in terms of character peaks. I liked Volume 9 RWBY. I thought the ending was a bit of a cop-out because I don't know if it'll be any like lasting effect or anything that coming out of it worth a damn. But yes, I agree that her writing in that volume was good. Was it better than the first half of Volume 6? I don't know. Probably. Oh, this video's playing right now. No, mute. Stop me. Pause it. There you go. So what do I have at the top? So at the top, there's no S tier, right? No one in the S tier, but May, Weiss, Kira, Watts, and Torchwick. Those are the best. I feel pretty good about it. Not gonna lie. I feel pretty good about my rankings. Yeah, I wouldn't change a thing. Wouldn't change a thing. Wouldn't change a thing. Rhodes, that's what his name was. Rhodes. Yes, Rhodes. Man who saw a huntsman, saw that a child was being abused and did nothing. I repeat, a huntsman that knew that a child was being abused and did nothing. It was very, very bad. Am I supposed to believe that RWBY or Crow, anybody else, was in that situation? They couldn't do nothing? Yeah, Rhodes is terrible. And then when he saw that Cinder was freaking a murderer, instead of trying to calm her down, takes the weapons out to confront her. It was just very stupid. It's very, very stupid. Don't get me started. If you want to hear my thoughts on roads, go watch my Cinder video I did, probably the latest one, when I talk about her backstory. Go watch that. Don't worry, even the main character forgot about Watts. Yeah, Watts was solid. I thought his latest volume was solid. Yelling at Cinder was solid. Like his stuff in the latest volume was solid stuff. Ilya should be higher. Who's over here on the other side here? Let's see. Who's over here? Oh, okay, never mind. You don't need to see her face. You don't need to see her face. Let me make it a little bigger. So, oh, I changed it again. No, I didn't. I left it there. I changed it. I left it there. I changed it. I left it there. I left it there. Okay, just stop right there. Stop right there. I was debating on putting RWBY at the very, very top of D, but I felt I was nice about it that day, I think, and I put her at C. Let's move this over here. Let me do this better. There's no way I can get it all on the screen the way I have it. Oops. We get the gist. Get the gist. I think the point of Rhodes being so flawed is that he wasn't meant to be a father figure, but he failed so spectacularly that I didn't even believe that he would make the choice he did. Yeah, he's not supposed to be a father figure, but I just don't like everything about his inclusion felt very, very weirdly done. Like there's nothing made sense. Nothing about Rhodes made sense. Nothing. Him training her for years while she's being abused made no sense. Him, like, the way he dealt with her after she murdered those people made no sense. Nothing about his actions made any sense to me. His dialogue made no sense. He deserved his ranking as a nothing, terribly written character. Rhodes is the guy who Cinder was being taught by. He's the guy who knew that Cinder was being abused, and his advice to Cinder was to deal with it and just leave and train to be a huntsman. None of it makes sense. Go back and look at the dialogue for that scene. It makes no sense whatsoever. None of it makes sense. It was very, very strange. Which is worse, RWBY or Yang? Yang for sure. Yang's the worst. She's the worst of Team RWBY. I've done many videos on that one. First was Blake, but now it's Yang. Yang's the worst. Yeah, the flashback guy. The flashback guy. That's what he is. That's who he is. Any questions, folks? I'm here to chill and ask questions, and answer questions, and ask questions because I know what's going on. I been out of the loop. What killed me was the music playing in the back during Cinder's backstory. You mean the on the nose description of what's happening? That was interesting. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. All right, Scott, let's talk to you later. Peace. Will you do a video on Sun? Oh gosh. I haven't thought that far ahead about content, let alone Sun video. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I can't commit to anything when it comes to RWBY right now or any content making. To be clear. Yeah, clean the dishes. Yeah, clean the dishes. Clean the linen. Wash the dishes. Yeah, it was crazy. It was very on the nose description. We don't need to be seeing what's happening and have the damn audio tell us what's happening. Like we can see it. You don't need the song killing us. It was over the top. Some might say that's a nitpick. Maybe, but I'm just telling you my thoughts. I thought it was overkill to be showing the visual and having the damn soundtrack tell me what's happening. It was a little too on the nose, I would say. But that's just me. That's just me. That is just moi. But I'm happy people are excited. I'm legitimately happy that people are excited about RWBY and Volume 10 coming out in 2027 if you're lucky. So yeah, good luck with that. Whenever RWBY was in the hands of actual writers, it was good. What do you mean? Under RWBY, it's a joke, and all the characters suffer in the dumbest ways. What is going on here? What is this comment? What's going on? It says, first of all, why is my? There you go. Whenever RWBY was in the hands of actual writers, what do you mean? It was always Miles and Kerry. They do realize that Miles and Kerry have been the writers since the very beginning. Yeah, that's a weird comment from AJ Talon, unfortunately. The writers have been the same, effectively. So I don't even mean by actual writers. It's always Kerry and Miles, as far as I know. Right? Am I wrong? Let's hope he's lying. Does that a lot. Let's cut Kerry some slack, okay? Let's cut Kerry some slack. I have no ill will towards Kerry. I hope all is well. I hope he makes Volume 10, and I hope it's good. I legitimately hope it is good. So that's my thoughts. From Volume 9, the two parts I've enjoyed the most were Ruby's crash out and the beating she had in the mansion. Volume 9, yeah, the crash out was good. I mean, she was willing to let herself die or end herself, which wasn't really like I would preferred. I talked about this before, but I don't remember my explanation. My fix was I like my fix, but I can't remember what my fix was for Volume 9. I think it was to have RWBY talk to her mom before she. Wait, what was it? What was it? I think I had her. Her wish was to be like her mom, and her mom steps forth. Like her mom comes about from RWBY's wish, and then her mom is there. Like, what's going on? Talk to why she talked to Blake, she talked to Yang, and her mom realizes what RWBY did. And her mom says, "Okay, I'm gonna go talk to the damn tree, whatever it was, and I'm gonna go bring my daughter back by talking to her." That's what I would have done. I would have had Ruby Rose talk to her mom. I would have had her mom like really return, and her mom making the decision, Summer, to go and say, "RWBY, I'm gonna go pull you out of this the abyss, this darkness. I'm gonna explain to you my struggles." You can see that because RWBY thinks that Summer Rose is the ultimate warrior, the best person in the world. She says, "No, RWBY, I was like you. I had my struggles, I had my problems, and you're no different from me. We all struggle. We all have our own issues, and I want you to." Not that what brings her out of the depression, but instead, I think it was her realizing she didn't talk to her mom. She heard her mom talk about her. Her mom said that she loves her just the way she was. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, I'm remembering now. RWBY doesn't talk to her mom. That's what. Okay, I remember now. Sorry, I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to recall what's happening here. RWBY doesn't talk to her mom. My fix was that she should. She should have a full-on conversation with her mom, like some straight up Naruto shit. When Naruto talks to his father, but from beyond the grave, when his seal was about to be broken, I would have had RWBY talk to her mom. Straight up conversation. Summer Rose, RWBY Rose. And that is what brings her back. I feel like that would have been a strong enough scene. Having RWBY Rose talk to Summer Rose, that would bring you out of your depression. Talking to your mom again, your mom they never thought you'd ever see, that could bring you out of your depression. That's a strong scene, I thought. I would have done that. Instead, she saw a memory or a vision or whatever of her mom talking to her as a kid saying, I love you just the way you are. And that was it. And I thought, no, that's not good enough. That's not strong enough scene. I think having her talk to her mom, a full-on conversation, would have been it. That's what she should have did. What was the best single moment in all of RWBY? That's one hell of a question, my guy. What was the best single moment in all of RWBY? I would have to think about it. But right now I'll say Penny, not Penny, not Penny, good God, not Penny. Pyrrha confronting Cinder, even though she knew she was gonna die, but did it because she felt she had no choice and because it was the right thing to do. Just off the top of my head, that's probably the single best moment of RWBY. Pyrrha's sacrifice. Until I can think of something else, I'll go with that. Yeah, because that leads to the ending, which is one of the stronger endings of a volume. So yeah, I'll say that. Pyrrha sacrificing herself, knowing she's going to die, is probably the strongest moment of the show. I can be persuaded about other things, but I think that is it. Disagree? Any problems? You disagree? Let me know. Which RWBY tier list do you want to do? I have no plans. What do you guys want to see? What do you want to see? I don't know. I have to think about it. I would have to think about it. Hey, what's up, Alex? How you doing? I wonder if there's anybody in the stream who's never, this is their first stream. This is their first RWBY Vexed stream. I wonder if that's the case. Because probably not, I would assume, but I could be wrong. It's been like 10 months, so there may be new people that have joined the fandom. Not maybe, there certainly is. They've never heard me talk about the show, so it's very, very possible. And I'm out of water. I'm like drinking the last drops every couple of minutes. Never fails. Never fails. Well, I'll tell you what the best moment was. Good to hear, Alex. Hey, Vexed. I feel like what Viz should have done is start over a reboot. You're not the only one. I feel like from a certain extent, from a PR stance, I think finishing the show is strong for goodwill of the fans. Now you could argue the product could be better from starting from scratch. I would agree with that probably, but for the sake of the fandom, and having good faith with them, finishing up the story is probably the best route to go. But you're not wrong. I do think it just depends what it depends. Maybe they have a good idea. Maybe they have a good direction for the show. I doubt it, but maybe they do. So no, we'll see. We'll see what happens. What do you think of RWBY and Godzilla crossover? We got that already, my guy. Don't you remember Volume 6? Don't you remember Volume 6, my guy? Got that already. Go back and watch the finale of Volume 6. You'll see RWBY fighting Godzilla. That already happened, sir. That already happened. give RWBY Justice League out of I didn't enjoy it. I did a stream on that. I did a stream on that movie. I would give RWBY Justice League 2 stars out of 5. 2 stars out of 5. I give that movie. What about you? Do you agree or disagree? Higher rating? What say you about RWBY Volume? About that Justice League movie? It wasn't a volume, it was a movie. What say you? So basically, what I'm getting from the chat is that you're not really excited about, well, some of you are, but you're kind of like wait and see, which is where I'm at. This is wait and see. Wait and see the studio. Wait and see how they'll distribute Volume 10. I'm very much in the wait and see when it comes to RWBY Volume 10. Hoping for the best. Hoping for the best, expecting the worst. We'll see what comes of it. How do you fix RWBY? Beyond new writers and beyond a new direction, I would make Cinder the ultimate big bad. I would. That makes the most narrative sense. She's the worst character in the show, but narratively, her being the big bad makes sense. So that's what I would do. I would change up how to win about the Summer Maiden. I would change that up. Don't do the same thing you always do, where you go to the kingdom, you find the Summer Maiden, you find the relic, like same story beats over and over again is what they've been doing. Change it up. How you do that, I don't know, but change it up. Let's see. Because if you remember, Vale, Fall Maiden was dead already. In Haven, the Fall Maiden was. You know what? Now I think about it, they never had like a proper maiden, just living their life and out and about. You know, first one, Cinder got her. Second time, Raven was a damn maiden, and then Alice, some old broad. Here's an idea: have a Summer Maiden be a 20-something, 30-something-year-old woman who is thriving and living, and not like, you know, with actual agency. How about that? That's what I would do. Kind of crazy thing about it, right? Kind of crazy that every time the Maiden's not been like a viable threat, taken out already, Raven, and then old lady. Maybe have the Summer Maiden be alive and active and kicking it. I don't know. We'll see. Also, apparently, the same people who made Volume 9, 8, and 7, Eddie and Kerry, yep, coming back. Yep, that's the fact. That's the implication. They're all coming back. So, you're excited? Good. That's good. Who's the most pointless death in all of the RWBY? Most pointless? Oh, Penny. No question. Penny. I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back. Penny's death is the most pointless death. Are you kidding me? Penny. Without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt, the most pointless death was Penny. Well, because she wasn't dead, right? Wasn't dead. They recovered her core. Remember that? Remember how the damn crowd reacted like she was dead? Saw a robot get ripped apart, and their first reaction wasn't, "Oh my god, it's a robot." The reaction was, "Oh my god, a girl just died." You know, kind of weird. Start watching it after Volume 8. Well, Volume 9 was filler, so you didn't miss anything really. You didn't miss much. You believe that RWBY did not learn the lessons of the previous years? That's not a likely. It's probably likely, but you have to hope for the best. You have to hope for the best. But yeah, you're probably right. They probably haven't learned the lessons. Probably not. But what are you gonna do? Again, I've been out of the loop. So I need folks to tell me what's going on with the RWBY and the fandom. I don't know what's going on. So y'all gotta tell me what's happening. So am I correct that that's the only real news? That the whole Kerry video? Oh, look, Elizabeth Maxwell. My goodness, I remember her. Man, time flies. Elizabeth Maxwell excited about Volume 10. Now she's great. She's great as Winter. I like Elizabeth. She's awesome. She's cool. Yeah, but I wonder what she's up to. Voice actress. I still don't get why they brought back Penny. I told you why. Oscar. I say that assuming you watch my videos. So I kid. But they brought Penny back because of the reaction to Volume 5. I did a video on this. Once Volume 5 happened, and the reaction was what it was, they panicked and pivoted to pandering to the base. So if you remember Volume 6, we had the return of Penny, right? Well, I'll save that because she came in Volume 7, but I'll explain that in a second. Volume 6, we had Ruby Rose changing a little bit, being more of a vocal leader, stepping to the forefront and being more assertive. Got the Silver Eyes exposition people were complaining about. We got some other stuff that people were complaining about. We got Neo return, brought back Neo, and then Penny. The plan was to end Volume 6 with Penny, but actually they pushed it to Volume 7. You're gonna get Penny, you're gonna get Silver Eyes, you're gonna get Neo, all in Volume 6, all because they panicked due to Volume 5. That's why she's back. She's back because of Volume 5 and how bad it was, and the reaction by the fandom. They panicked, and they admittedly said that the volume was bad. They've admitted it themselves. That's why they brought it back, because of panic from the fandom. Volume 5 was a joke. It is still, in my opinion, the worst volume of RWBY. So they had to take some steps to rectify some stuff in their mind. Would I have done it? No, but they thought they needed to do it because of how bad the reception was to Volume 5. The honeymoon was over. The honeymoon period they had with RWBY was over, and people were being more critical of the product. So they want to make the fans happy. But that's why she got back. What is the best fight in RWBY? Geez, I don't know. I don't know. I honestly know the answer. I honestly don't know the answer to that question. I like a lot of like some segments, of fights. I like the segment of Crow Tyrion. I like as part of Weiss versus the guy in the train. I like parts of stuff, but an entire fight, the best fight. I really like uh Ironwood versus what's his face Watts. That's very good. Yeah, I'm blanking. I don't know. I'm not sure. I also liked. Yeah, it's a very small segments. I gotta think about it. It's been a minute. My mind is like I remember all these fights right now, and it's blanking on me. I can't remember all of it. How funny would it be if Viz changed their mind and just canceled it? Funny, yes. Sad, also, because I think people are looking forward to this, and the fandom been sticking out. They've been waiting for this, so I'll be bummed. I'll be bummed for the fans and for the writers. So I see what you're saying, but I want it to happen. Well, I'll tell you what the worst fight was. Bumblebee against Adam. That was bad. That was bad. I agree that was bad. I mean, for many things, many ways, it was bad. But I agree with you. That was a poor one. Having them hold hands and stare into the camera during the fight wasn't great. His death wasn't the best executed. I did a whole video on that. Did a whole video on that entire video. Not the whole video, but my review of that chapter got a lot of views. Got a lot of views because I was very, very upset with that one. Yeah. I can't remember exactly what I said about that fight. I just was disappointed about with how they executed it. How he died before. It was just very, very dumb. He needed to die. I was calling for it at that point. The character was so bad. I was actively campaigning for him to die. So it doesn't matter how he died. I knew it was coming. I knew it should have happened anyway. But I agree with you. The fight wasn't the best. What made you watch RWBY in the first place? Well, I was on Netflix scrolling. So I'll give you guys a quick wrap up of how I started with RWBY, in case you didn't know. So I was watching Netflix, scrolling through it. I saw RWBY. I'm like, what the hell is this? And I put it on. The end. I kid you not. The first 2 volumes of RWBY was on Netflix. I saw it, looked kind of weird. Like, what is this show? Like, what is this animated show? Press play, binge watched it all. Then I went on to YouTube or somewhere on the internet, and I watched all of volume 3. Like that, I was hooked. Now I binge watched the first 3 volumes, so I didn't really have time to get into fandom and like watch stuff week to week. I just binge watched it, and I became a big fan and a big defender of the product because I went and watched some of the backstory on Monty Ohm and his love of animation, his fight quality, and I just became a real big stan. I became a RWBY stan, straight up RWBY stan. I got my membership to Rooster Teeth. I started watching Volume 4. Very, very excited. So at this point, I was in the fandom. I was part of it, waiting for Volume 4. First episode dropped. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. Second episode dropped. Okay. Volume 4, Episode 3 happened. This is an episode where Blake slapped Sun, and the animation was a little wonky, and Blake was swirling around in the air, defying gravity, and with no weight. They're like, for the first time, after being a staunch defender of the show, just being a full-on stan, like, that was bad. I let myself admit it. Just once I admitted it once, everything was just like, this is why I have sympathy for some of the stans that defend it like no other, because I used to be one of them. I used to be the folks that would defend it no matter what, say everything was great, there's no problems with it. It's not that I didn't know it was problems. I knew there were problems was there. I just ignored it. I just didn't focus on it, and I didn't want to acknowledge it. But I was aware of the problems. So once, I just didn't want to admit it. So once Blake slapped Son and was like ridiculous movement, I was like, you know what? That was bad. And once I admitted it once, okay, fine. That was bad. Yes, I know. That was bad as well. And that was bad. And that was bad as well. I admit it. That was bad too. I just allowed myself to be honest. I was honest with myself for the first time. The show wasn't great. I love the show. I love it. I love the creators behind it. I love the idea behind like a scrappy underdog company come together and make an animated show. I loved it, but I didn't want to acknowledge the problems. Finally, I just admitted to myself, yes, there are problems with the show. There's bad writing, there's bad editing, there's weird stuff. Okay, I admit it, right? But once I allowed myself to do that, the way I talked about the show changed. The way I talked about it was different. I talked about it differently. Unfortunately for RWBY, and for myself, the next volume just happened to be the worst volume, right? That's the problem was. Volume 5 was so bad, I just could not like, shut up. Okay, this is bad, 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 this is bad. And then got to, what was it, the More the Merrier episode? The infamous episode where they all went to Haven Academy and they were fighting Cinder and her crew with Raven there. And RWBY tried to do some talk no jutsu to Cinder, and Cinder blasted her. I'm sorry, she did to Raven. And Cinder blasted her. And then Weiss got impaled. And then they had that weird scene between John and Cinder. And then Ruby Rose was being annoying. And then she tried to... I remember the exact moment when I decided to make a video. Because I was complaining about RWBY the entire time. I was complaining about her bad writing that entire volume. And then she was talking to John. And John was trying to heal Weiss. And John said, I'm healing her, whatever. And RWBY says, whatever you're doing, don't stop. He removed his hands from her body and said, hey, whatever you're doing, don't stop. I'm like, what was that direction? And that was it. You know what? I can't take it anymore. I have a lot to say about this character. I got to express it somewhere. So I'm going to put it on video, put it on YouTube, see what happens. I don't care. Nobody's going to watch this. Nobody's going to watch it, whatever. So I made my video, crappy audio, crappy visuals. Here you go, it's out there. I said my piece, whatever. I never expect anybody to watch that video, really. Slowly but surely, people started commenting on it, started getting views. I didn't realize it, but at one point, they're calling it like the RWBY hate video. And it got a lot of traction, and then I started getting some responses that I didn't like. People saying I was wrong. Like, what? I'm wrong? I'm wrong? Okay, well, how about this? Here's another one for you. Here's another one. Why Cinder's bad? Because I think she's worse. Here you go. And that's how it all started. So I went from being a staunch, diehard stan that would defend the show about everything to finally admitting it in Volume 4, and then being so disgusted by Volume 5 that I said, you know what? I have to get this out. I can't take it. Here are my thoughts on Ruby Rose. It's bad. Whatever. And then somebody said something I didn't like in the comment section. Okay, well, here's my honest thoughts on Cinder now. And that's how it like snowballed and kept going like that. So, Volume 5, in particular, created this channel. In the moment when RWBY says, whatever you're doing, don't stop, when she removed his hands from Weiss's body, that was the trigger point with RWBY. Like, I can't take it anymore. This character is terrible. Let me see if I can like find that. Can I find that tweet? Let me see if I can find it. That was like years ago, like a long time ago. Let me see if I can find that. It's gonna be hard to find this, but let's see. RWBY first. This is a long time ago. I won't be able to find it so easily. It will take a minute, but I could find it. It was a long time ago. Let's go going back in time, 2018. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Here's around the time it happened. Okay. Here it is. Here it is. Here we go. I'm finding it now. Okay, this is around the time. I can't find a tweet. What? Where I said I'm gonna make the video. But here's the initial response here. Here it is. Let's see. Here it is. Here we go. Posting it out now. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, here we go. I think this is it. All right, let's show this. Okay. 2018. Blasted by Cinder. I said, was happy RWBY got blasted. That's a damn shame. I was happy the main character got blasted. I should never be happy the main character got hit. But it was because Ruby Rose just might be the worst character in the show. So this was the start of it. So around this time, I tweeted something about RWBY saying, you know what, I'm making a video, I can't take it. So this was the start of the channel basically, around this time. Character was just so bad. This is what it was. So if I search around this time, I'll probably find the video or the tweet where I said I'm gonna make a video. Yeah, but this volume started it all, folks. Started it all. You were one of the main people that maybe realized that writing didn't make sense. I wasn't crazy when RWBY had problems, and then each of the volumes somehow got worse and worse. Yeah, it was appreciate that. I'll just give my honest thoughts. Some people think I'm being like overly critical or being mean. I'm just being honest. Whenever there's a good volume or a good show or a good chapter, I say it was. Like the first half of volume 6, go look at my videos. Complimentary. I liked the first half of volume 6. It was good. I liked moments of volume 7. Probably chapter 11. I thought was great. When Ironwood fought Watts and he turned on Team RWBY, I thought it was great. Like, I'll admit stuff when it's good. I'll admit when it's good. But yeah, I just can't lie to myself anymore and pretend like the show had good writing, even though I love it. Even though I love it. You know, gotta be honest. I can't find, let's see, let me try this. Advanced search. Is it even worth it? We'll see if it's even worth doing this search. Let me see if I can find it. Go all the way back in time. Back to 2018. See. It'll come up. It's gonna take a minute. Let's see. Let me get this off the screen until I find it. Go. See, I am. Okay, that was before that. Okay. Olive Haven. Okay. Early 2018, I think. So let's keep going. I remember this guy. I forgot about this guy. This guy was an interesting fella. He left the RWBY community after being called out by something. I don't remember what it was, but he got called out and left the RWBY community. Man, I forgot he existed. Oh, let's see. Who else? Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Don't tell me.
Where was it? Can't find it. Where was before that? I'm crazy. It was way before that. It was way before 2018. I've lost it. What am I talking about? My first video was what, 2016? See. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, I'm struggling to find my original tweet. Yeah, can't find it. But yeah, it's around that time. Was something bad or what was it? I don't remember what it was. I just remember he got called out about something and left the community. I don't remember what it was about. No clue what it's about. Wait, is this it right here? Found it. I found the original tweet, folks. The one, not original one, but the first tweet I made about from the channel for RWBY. Look at this. I found it. I said, finally had the time to do it. Ruby Rose is a poor main character, and here's why. Case closed. Added the flute artist. I've added Fat Man. I've added Raymond. I added Murder Birds and Jack. Wow, what a time. What a time. What a time, folks. That was it. The birth of the channel. 2018. Yep, that was it. Why RWBY's a bad protagonist. Check this out. Look at the dislikes. Probably wasn't more than that. 300K. 7 years ago. Yeah, that was the birth of the channel. 2018. Really. The original tweet started it off. Wow, okay. Crazy. 7 years. Feels longer than that, honestly. Jack one man band, yep. Change your mind. The most pointless death was the guy from Ironwood's Huntsman crew with the enlarged arms. Oh, you mean oh no, who are you talking about? Not Clover. You talking about Clover? Clover was, that was a bad death. That was a bad death. Clover? Oh yeah, it was horrendously bad. Oh my god, that might have been the worst death. That's the worst death. That's the worst death. Having Crow. You can't defend it. I'm sorry, you can't defend it. You just can't defend it. Crow was teaming up with Tyrion to fight Clover. I repeat, Crow teamed up with Tyrion, a murderer, the man who's been a thorn in your ass, the man who hates your guts and hates your niece and whatever. This same man who RWBY cut off his tail. Crow was teaming up with Tyrion to fight Clover and was shocked and taken aback when Tyrion killed Clover. Like, what did you expect to happen? And then he's like, I guess it's one of those things where you write it on paper and you think it sounds cool, and then you put it on screen like, this is terrible. Like, no defending that scene. Like, it was horrendous. And he screamed like something, he screamed like bloody murder. Ah! Like, what did I just watch? and people were saying this was good. Like, oh my god, this is terrible. It was like laugh my ass off bad. It was disgraceful. This volume is dog shit. What volume was that? Was that volume 7 or 8? I don't remember. I just liked my video by accident. Sure did. I changed that. Thank you. I rectified it. I fixed that issue. But yeah, that was crazy. Aesop's. What the hell is this? What is this? What is this? Premiere is set. Evermorrow, episode 9. What is this? Is it like a web series from the fans? What is this? Fan project. Okay, that's what it is. Interesting. The fans are keeping the show alive. Evermorrow. Huh. Has anybody watched this? Is it any good? Teamed up with RWBY, with a guy that it was asinine. It was silly. Yeah, I know what this is. Maybe I'll watch it later. Maybe. No guarantees. Let's see. I need to make sure. Shipping, it's inevitable. Shipping is, you can't get away from it. You can't get away from the shipping in fandoms, unfortunately. Can't. Anyway, any other questions? Scarlett Johansson, about her. Oh yeah, highest grossing actor of all time. Oh yeah, because the Avengers stuff. Yep, she's a moneymaker because of the IP she picks. Because apparently, the new Jurassic World movie is getting a lot of money because people love dinosaurs, regardless of the IP, regardless of the movie's quality. People will shell out money to watch dinosaurs. So yeah, she has picked the right IP to make money. At least I've heard some not so good things about the movie. I've heard some not so good things, but doesn't matter. The world loves dinosaurs, so doing well. I only watched the one episode, and there's 9 of them. Oh yeah, the fan project. Why did my I don't know why that turned off. Anyway, you always get away with shipping, but RWBY encourages and legitimizes the shipping to point it was led by the shippers, not the other way around. Yeah, they were very much conscious of the community and how they reacted to the shipping. So yeah. Summer season for movies, folks. Scarlett Johansson's Jurassic World movie. I have no interest in watching it. No interest whatsoever. Next one up will be Superman. And after that, it'll be Fantastic Four. I'll probably watch Superman. I'll probably watch Fantastic Four. But Jurassic World, nah. Pretty good. Wow. That's good. Is it the same structure of RWBY? Like, what is it? Is it like, does it take place within the actual like universe? Within the like structure of the actual show? Like, does it take place between volume 1, volume 2, something like that? Or does it like replace the show? Is it like a different alternate storyline? Or is it the same story, just like takes place during like volume 1 or volume 2? I don't know. Hey, what's up? We've been talking about RWBY, but everything is up in the air here. RWBY volume 7. There's new people in the fandom I've never seen before. Never seen this guy before. He's hyped for volume 10. Ever watched Dust Queen? No clue what that is. I'm also hoping for a good volume 10 as well. No clue what Dust Queen is. No clue. I am ignorant to it all. No clue what that is. Is that an anime? Is that a show? What is that? Is that a fan project? Oh, it's a fan project, it looks like. Right? Is that what it is? Disclaimer. Dust Queen is a fan-based project. It is not made for kids. Grown huntsmen... Oh, God. Grown huntsmen and huntresses only? Whatever that means. Might be a mistake. Might be a mistake, but let's see what happens if I do this.
Huntsmen and huntresses only. Check the description to learn more.
Grim tidings. Okay. Project is endorsed by Viz Media, is it? It's not. Views, opinions, and thoughts are all your own. It's a fan work and it's not for profit. RWBY and all properties, yeah. Okay, I get it. No money making made off of this. Okay, gotcha. Turn off. Okay, cool, gotcha.
Help! I'm not fragile, RWBY.
You don't have to take everything on alone, you know? You have us.
You don't know what it's like.
Then tell me.
What's happening to you? I don't know. We've got your back, wife. That's what families
I might get a copyright strike for this. Well, I know. From the audio, something like that. What is this? Like, what actually is this?
Yang?
Oh, can't do that. Let's not fix it.
RWBY? Who are you?
This, the quality of this is not bad at all. It's kind of tripping me out. First impression, I'm impressed with the quality of that. What are they doing to this? Are they using, are they like repurposing some stuff, or is this all like, I'm confused. That was good. That was nice. Like, I don't know what this is though. Like, what is it exactly? It's a fan project, but why is that happening every time? Like, why is that moving? Okay, lock it there. Don't move. Do not move. Before I continue playing this, first of all, are people allowed to react to this? One. Are people allowed to react to this? Number one. Number two. That's my first question. Answer that one first. Are folks allowed to react to stuff from this channel? What are their, how do they feel about reactions? It's all Blender? Made from scratch? Wow. Yes? Are we sure? We get one more confirmation, and I'll press play. Because now I'm intrigued by that intro. The Weiss Focus fan series taking place between. Okay, so it's within canon. Within canon in the sense that they're not trying to break canon. Obviously not official canon, but they're not trying to break canon. Okay, cool. Taking place between Volume 1 and Volume 2. Okay. As far as I know, it's fine for me to watch this. Unless I hear otherwise, right? Tell me otherwise. If it's not, there's other reactions? Okay, cool. All right, let me just pop back over to the screen and I'll press play.
Why'd they have to do this so early in the morning? I'm so tired.
It's your own fault. You wouldn't be suffering half as much if you hadn't stayed up half the night playing games on your scroll.
Says the one who was last to wake up this morning.
That's not relevant at the moment.
Wow, I haven't seen some of these guys since initiation. I guess time flies when you're having fun.
Risking our lives to take down entire criminal organizations is your idea of fun?
Blake sounds like Blake. Who are the voice actors for this? That's not a bad Blake whatsoever. Not bad. It's not bad Blake. Let me tell Twitter that I'm watching this right now. But that's not a bad Blake. What's the voice cast like for this? What's up, Salem? How's it going? I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Okay, let's just do this real quick. Okay, posting it. All right, cool. Let's move on. All right, press play.
What can I say? I live for the adventure.
Uh-huh.
Should have at least lost a few more when you got hit, but
What?
Okay, very, very Ruby-like.
Damascus tip spear. Oh, that's so cool.
It's just a spear, Ruby.
Just a spear? Do you know how long it takes to make Damascus steel? Like forever. It's made of super.
I'm
Don't see
blown
the
away.
developer anywhere.
This feels like the show.
They're probably in here somewhere. Knowing Pyrrha, they were probably one of the first to even get here.
Well, they better be. Look.
I'm kind of shook
May I
right now.
have your attention, please. You will be tasked with taking on a mission by yourselves as a team, without the supervision of another huntsman or huntress. The available tasks are presented on the mission boards around the theater. Choose your missions wisely, students. this will be your first hunt without help, which means we can't guarantee your safety should something go wrong.
I'm shook.
These missions will also become a part of your final grade for this year. So please, try not to get in over your heads.
Looks good.
Oh, finally! Now we can take on all the cool stuff.
Yeah, and Osmond won't have to bend the rules this time.
Ruby sounds good.
Let's go see what's left.
Maybe this time we can have a normal hunt.
I don't think
Okay.
the team understands what normal is, Weiss.
So I'm not paying as much attention as I should be paying attention because I'm shook by how well this looks for a fan project. Let me take a step back. What's up, Darth? What's up? Let me take a step back. Let me dive in, slow down, and actually take in what I'm watching right now. 'Cause I'm kind of just like amazed by the quality of the fan project. I'm not really taking in the story at all. I'm not taking in it at all. So let me just like try to listen to what's happening and pay attention and stop being so shook by the quality of the content
Normal is
here.
boring anyway. Now let's see.
Ooh, what about this one? Recon. Suspicious figures seen in the night stacking boxes on an abandoned refinery site.
Forget that. Look at this one. Giant squid grim a few days out at sea.
Pass.
Okay.
I'll pass on that as well.
How about this one? It's another search and destroy mission.
Growing pack of beowulf spotted south of the Emerald Forest. Aid requested ASAP. Now that sounds like fun.
That sounds far too good to be true.
What's funny about that?
Huntsman would be able to deal with a pack like that.
Maybe we just got here first? You know, early bird gets the worm? Or the wolf? Wolves?
How big of a pack?
It
Doesn't
feels
say.
like the same writing
But
team,
They're just beowulfs.
which is
Live
good for the
hard, teamwork.
Ruby fans.
How hard could it be?
Same tone, same every. Not bad. You know what? Just get this animation team. Hire them. It's not that far off. Just say, you know what? Pay these guys. Keep it cheap. Cheap animation team. Put together volume 10 with these guys. Whoever animated this, you hire them. They won't be as expensive as your big studios. If you're really solid, if you're really sure about getting volume 10 out, hire these animators and pay them. It'll be cheaper than hiring Studio Mirror or something like that. Very RWBY. It's very, very RWBY. Music. Okay, music. Original music, or is it copyright stuff? Why is it better than the source material? It's solid. I'm flabbergasted. This is like, it's RWBY. Feels like the show. It's authentic. Feels real. It's smooth. I mean, for a fan project, I got nothing to say. Yang is badass here.
Thanks for the save, Kit Kat.
Solid animation of
Don't
this.
call me that.
Solid disintegration of
Come
the Grim.
on. Don't be. Actually, hold that thought.
I'm still shook Wait a minute. This might as well be creepy. This might as well be creepy. I mean, I don't see much of a difference in the quality at all. This is, and that's a good thing. I'm complimenting these people. This is a fan project. If you told me that they went and got the original animators and they put together a short little thing like RWBY did, Kerry and them, I'm like, all right, yeah, sounds believable, sure. I mean, this is damn good. I'm curious, but I gotta see something real quick. I must inquire. Oh, there's only one. Okay. Oh, there's only one video. Oh, so they've been working on this for a minute. Okay. They've been working on this for a minute. Okay, all right. So by that I mean a while. Teaser was back here. Okay. Wow. I'm shook. Okay. There's only been one video. Okay, it makes sense. It's not cheap. It's time consuming. It ain't free. Like you can't like that's okay.
Ruby, watch where you're going.
Solid. Solid dodge. Combo attack. And it backfired on the weapon. Cool idea. RWBY, you're fast. You can move. I'll forgive it. That was my first complaint. It's a nitpick. It's a fan project. But RWBY, you can literally move you can fly basically. You're super fast. Move out of the way. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you about to take and you about to accept defeat there? Do that again. Shoot the gun. Move. It's fine. I'm messing around. It's fine. Good shit. Wow, I'm impressed. Death. Bravo, this is a fan project. I'm shook.
Another one up for Team RWBY.
My poor baby.
You almost got both of us killed.
I almost got us killed?
Maybe if you gave me the slightest hint of what you were doing, then I could have been better prepared.
I thought you were watching me.
I'm not psychic, RWBY. I don't know if you noticed, but I was also dealing with Grim.
Ladies, you're both beautiful.
You're one to talk. You and
Okay.
Grim have no issues working together. However, I'm stuck here with a dunce who doesn't even know how to use her words.
Well, excuse me, princess. Maybe if you didn't
Okay.
worry so much about your form, you'd be able to keep up with me.
What's that supposed to mean?
You froze, Crescent.
That sounded like Weiss.
Consequences of your actions.
What? How is that my fault?
Clearly, you don't understand the concept of communication.
Weiss sounds good.
Well, you don't understand the concept of listening. Yeah.
That makes no sense.
You make no sense.
Okay. Walk.
But
Don't make me repeat myself.
It feels very RWBY. It feels very, very RWBY.
So much for teamwork.
you know what? Well, excuse me.
You're excused.
No. Weiss.
I like the dynamic.
Well,
The dynamic
still have
between
Weiss's
RWBY and
card
Weiss
if you
is
wanna
very
book another
believable.
counseling session.
Hasn't some time, Yang. They'll come around eventually.
Your ice can tell you something. Take it.
I'm pretty sure eventually ended a while ago.
Ruby throwing the Weiss at Weiss is
Come
cute.
on. Let's follow them before they start again.
Yeah. You're right. Hey, lovebirds, wait up.
Lovebirds. Okay, I see.
No.
Bletching. Okay. Chipping is in full effect there. So we just got relationships all within the group, right? So got Weiss and Ruby, and you got. Well, wait a minute now. Okay, let's see. Created by Monty University's Viz Media. Lovebirds, doesn't that break canon a little bit? Considering, no, it doesn't really. Not yet. It's nothing so far. It's nothing. It's not breaking canon. They just blushed. That's all they did. Now, if this was, if that would have came out before, if that's what the original direction, that blushing would send a lot of signals to the fandom. Like they put that in the show proper. They'd all say that ship confirmed, you know. Bravo. Bravo to the animators, the writers. That was impressive. That was very good for a fan project. That is wow. Good fan art. They're very much inspired by the show, obviously. That goes without saying. They are very much like taking the spirit of the original show and putting forth the love and passion for it, clearly. Thus, Queen feels very, Weiss inspired, like the anime was. What's the name of the anime? Dream Queendom, right? Weiss is very much a fan favorite. I'm assuming. Well, I know that for a fact. Wow, that was surprising me. That surprised me. I didn't realize it was gonna be that well made. That's very wow. RWBY is shipping at this point. That's what it is. It's shipping. You can't get away from it at this point. The fact that they leaned into the shipping, it works for the fandom. That's what it is. Okay, the RWBY community is very much a shipping community. So it is what it is. But wow, I'm shooketh. What a wow. Well done. Well done. I can't believe that was that well made. That's really impressive. I agree with all these comments. It captures the spirit of it. It really makes you feel like they care. There's a heart to it. There's a care to it. There's just I'm shook. I'm shook. Wow. I wonder how long it took them to make this. I wonder how long. Like. Wow. Can't complain about a fan-made project of that quality. I just can't. Ice Queendom, you mean? Yes, not Dream Queendom. Dream Queendom is that's a wrestling show in Japan for Stardom. Ice Queendom is what I meant to say, not Dream Queendom. That's a fan project, man. That's a fan project of that quality. That's impressive. Wow. When's episode 2 coming out? When are we gonna get to chapter 2? I get it. It takes a lot. It's a lot of time to do that. Need money. They probably need. Probably created a Patreon. Yep, here it is. Patreon right here. Who donated to the Patreon? Hi everyone. First off, thank you so much for incredible support. Every like, share, and kind words helps moving forward. Rest. Yeah, for fan animation, it's spectacular, I think. Read the book about Neo and her age and time. RWBY started making no sense. Yeah, it's not great. Let's hire that guy. Next year. By then, we'll know more about volumes 10. We hope, right? By then, we should know what's going on with volume 10. But yeah, I'm shook by that. That's impressive, man. I can't believe what I just saw.
This trailer contains themes that.
Let me see what's going on with the trailer. I never watched the trailer before. Let's see the trailer for the first time.
This will be your final mission of the year, girls. I wish you good luck and a safe hunt.
I've never seen a white Grim before.
Do you think it's a new species?
Well, whatever they are, they're not natural.
Get down!
Grim shouldn't be able to control dust.
Grim, that's a cool visual.
Nasty things to Grim. Let's see what it does to you.
What did you do to Weiss?
I just gave her a taste of her own medicine.
We have to find them.
How?
What did he do to you?
Weiss has been corrupt.
Your aura is a part of you, Weiss. It's who you
What else this?
Weiss?
Weiss. Weiss. Weiss.
Really is a Weiss volume.
Still you, right?
Wow. Weiss is crazy cool. Coming 2024. That was well done.
You've been.
Hey, look at these so many shots. This was great. Good quality. Really good quality here. Looks right out of the show. Looks right out of the show. Same here. I wonder how many of these shots are just for, that's cool, visual. Grim with the dust. White Grim. Why have they not thought about, wait a minute, have there been Grim with dust before? Maybe there probably was, I can't remember it. Looks good. Neo. Everybody's favorite mute. I like the visual. That's a fantastic shot. What a shot that is. That's a shot and a half. That is a shot and a half. No, this deserves a full screen. Let me see if I can fix this. I don't think I can right now because the way I have it set up. That is a fantastic, again, for a fan project. What? That's very, very good. That's a sensational shot. Look at that. It's incredible. It's cool. They know what they're doing. That's crazy. Showing her through the vial. That's a disgustingly nice shot. I'm impressed. Look good. Rim tidings.
Of her own.
Weiss corrupted looks cool. Look at her. Might be the best Weiss volume ever. Wow, looks good. Oh, the shattered mirror. The reflection of shattered. Look at that. Look at that. Folks, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. 33 different talents across the RWBY community. Who is this? Name Blake, that's for damn sure. I don't think it is.
It's who you are.
Maybe it is Blake.
Weiss. It's who
Blake that tall?
your aura is a part of you, Weiss.
Or Weiss on the ground. I can't.
Weiss?
Weiss. Weiss. Weiss.
Weiss has been corrupted. That's cool.
It's still you.
Now I need this Weiss. I need to see this Weiss in action. I need to see Weiss like this in a proper show.
Right?
Is she confronting herself there? Is that an internal struggle there? Yes, that's an internal. That's what's in her mind. I'm impressed. That looks good. I like the direction there. It looks cool. I can't complain about that. That's well done. Wow. He's the only one with development. Yeah, clearly. That's great. That's really, really cool. That's Blake? Okay, it is. Cool. Man, that was very surprising. I ain't gonna lie. That's well done. Okay, that was cool. What else is going on with folks? You know, in fanfics, Roman and others would, in betraying Cinder for pragmatic reasons and not the heat of being a terrorist. Plus, in storylines, in story-wise, if I was forced to, it would be Weiss and Blake for story reasons. Don't know what you mean there. Yeah. That was a very, very good watch. I'm happy I watched that. There was a lot of heart and passion in that. Have you seen the new episodes of no. RWBY? I don't know what that is. What the hell is RWBY? I have no clue what you're talking about. No clue what that is. Oh, Fixing RWBY. I'm sorry. That's what RWBY is. I forgot about that. My bad. No, I'm behind on that. I haven't seen that. Yeah, that makes sense now. Fixing RWBY. FS. I'm sorry. I didn't know what it was called. I just know it's Fixing RWBY. I know it's RWBY. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I got you. I comprende now. I comprende. What are your favorite My Hero Academia characters? Favorite? It's been a minute since I watched that show. I'll go with, I like Deku. It's my favorite. I don't know. I like Bakugo as well. He might be my favorite character in Bakugo, probably. I watched Volume 9 last week. Used to feel hyped for the first few episodes, and then it deteriorated from the last 3 episodes. I don't remember the last 3 episodes. I remember RWBY crashing out, and then she tries to end herself, and then she comes back, right? I think the ending was not the problem. The very ending I thought was a problem. RWBY way to deal with her depression, I didn't love. And I didn't love John returning to his old self. Those are the biggest problems I have. Oh yeah, that's something you have to ignore. The whole, like, with all the different powers in RWBY, there's always a chance that somebody might try to use their illusions to fix the thing. It's possible. You have to ignore that. You gotta turn your brain off about that. You have to do that. But yeah, of course, that would be a legitimate problem to worry about. Somebody using their powers to cheat in some respect with illusion, something like that, but it is what it is. Will you do a video on how Deku worked and how RWBY didn't? My Hero Academia versus RWBY video I did was it wasn't really a video per se about that, but I used My Hero Academia as an example, and that was my world building video. Where I used My Hero Academia as an example for why their world feels alive, but RWBY doesn't. Its question in RWBY, Volume 10, will John and Weiss kiss? Why would that happen? Why? Who cares? I'm joking. But I don't know. That's the least of their issues. That's the least of their issues. They got a problem with the main antagonist. And they got a problem with the structure of the show. And the lack of clear direction for Salem. That's the biggest problem they have. Hey, what's up, Ryan? I think they showed glimpses of Atlas designs in the new trailer, but I didn't watch it fully yet. Trailer for what? For what? What trailer? For the what we just saw? For Dust Queen? John spent decades in the ever after realm, was just as weak as ever. I like John's development in the volume proper. I didn't like the ending of it when he goes back to being John with like the little hair. I think the hair difference was, I think he had a little hair streak. And it's something different about his hair, but beyond that, same old John. I didn't love that. I would prefer he stay old John to show the clear differences from where he was. But now he's back to being younger. I don't love that direction. We'll see how much that moment or how much that time in the ever after affected him. We'll see if he actually has some type of development. We'll see. That's volume 10 stuff though. But for right now, I don't expect much. I don't expect volume 9 to be talked about that much in volume 10. I don't expect to affect the main characters that much either. It should be affecting John, but it's no way to know how it would be. Oh, for RWBY, for freebie. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. Why comment on old John appearance still makes me cringe. Oh yeah, how she thought he was hot. I forgot about that. He was very much digging older John, which is why folks think, oh, Weiss might be with John going forward because she was into older John, which was a very, very weird story beat or emotional beat, considering John had been suffering alone in this place by himself. It's not the time for those kind of jokes. It's not the time for that type of humor. I don't think that could come later, but in the moment, it doesn't make sense for me. It takes me out of it. It's a tonal shift I don't love. This is a weird tonal shift in that moment. But that's just me. I forgot about that. Don't love it, but I forgot about that. All right, folks. Take a few more questions, and then I might have to wrap it up because I gotta go somewhere a little bit. Yep. We'll see how long this stream goes. Does Team RWBY as in RWBY, have any love interest minus Bumblebee? Within the team? No. No, not really. Not Weiss, not RWBY. Just Blake and Yang, which is what some fans wanted all along, and what the members of the crew wanted all along, meaning Barb and who plays Blake again? What's her name? Barb and who? Start with an A, right? Like Aaron? Who plays Blake? Oh my god, who's the voice actor again? Can't remember her name. I've lost my RWBY knowledge, folks. It's all gone. Let's see if I can remember it. Wait, it's Blake is played by Yang. I'm sorry. Barb plays Yang. Weiss is played by it's all gone. Terrible with names, and now it's all gone. I know their faces. I see their faces, but I can't remember the names. No, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Aaron. I knew it started with an A. I knew it started with an A. I was right. Started with the A. Aaron. It's all gone, folks. It's all gone. But yeah, I knew her name started with an A. Aaron. But yeah. Any other questions? There is this theory that Team RWBY will become maidens. I hate that idea. You think it will happen in this volume? No, I don't think it should happen at all. Especially considering Winter is the Winter Maiden. So what are they gonna do? Kill Winter? No, I hate it. Aaron Zeke, yeah, that's her name. Bernie bought back. I heard about that. Bernie's part of the problem, right, with Rooster Teeth. He fostered that working environment that had people hating going to work. Let's not forget, I said this earlier, but let's not rewrite history on Bernie Burns. Bernie Burns, not the best leader, considering the horror stories coming out of Rooster Teeth, okay? The fact that Summer and Raven went to Salem Castle pretty much means that she had no idea of Salem's immortality. Who didn't? Summer and Raven? When did that happen? When did Summer go to Salem's Castle? Have I completely lost it? Oh yeah, didn't they go to, wasn't it in volume 9, they had a little flashback they showed of Summer and Raven going somewhere? Was it to Salem? I don't remember where it was to. I do remember them going somewhere. To a mission. Who's the best voice actor in the show? From Rooster Teeth? Is RWBY's voice actor named Lindsay? Oh my god, I'm sorry. Guys, I can't remember anything. I'm terrible with names. Let me see. It was Lindsay. I remember that. Lindsay Jones. See, it's not all gone. Okay, Lindsay Jones, Aaron, Barb, and then the chick who plays Weiss. Start with a K, right? Or a C? C or a K, right? Let me see. I can't take it. Sarah. I remember their names. Kind of. I remember kind of. Cool. So it's not completely gone. Jen Taylor does Salem, right? Right. Vic did Crow originally. It's not all gone. It's not all gone. Yep, Cortana. Yep, remember that. Hey Vex, did you know that Aaron tried to sabotage Ice Queendom? What? Tell me more, Oscar. What are you talking about? Aaron tried to sabotage Ice Queendom? How? One of my favorite Nickelodeon shows. Let's see. Hey Arnold. Avatar Last Airbender was number 1. So Avatar Last Airbender, Hey Arnold. So probably 1 and 2. Rugrats. Love Rugrats growing up. Those are probably top 3. First 3 seasons of SpongeBob, stuff like that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I also liked most of those stuff. I liked what's the name of the movie? Or show? Oh my god, what's the name of the freaking show? Eliza Thornberry. I like that. I like that show. I like Rocket Power. When I growing up, I liked Doug. I liked a lot of stuff. But the top 3, Avatar, Last Airbender, Hey Arnold, and those top 2. One of the people behind Ice Kingdom was accused of sexual harassment, and Aaron condemned it. I know that. I did not know that one. Wow. That's news to me. Yeah, Rugrats was awesome growing up. I love that show. It still holds up pretty much. Still holds up. I think it's good. It's a good kid show. Solid. Never liked the all grown up angle, but the original Rugrats, good. Good stuff. Iconic. It's iconic. He accused the original director of Ice Queen of being an abuser. This guy, who's the director of Ice Queen anyway? Isn't he like? I didn't think that show was directed by somebody over here, so I thought it was somebody in Japan. I thought who directed that show. She accused him of being an abuser. This is news to me. Yeah, I didn't hear about any of this. I had no clue about this stuff. I wonder if she would come back for Blake. I wonder if she would come back for Blake. I feel like she would be the one that would. If I had to guess, somebody would step away. If I had to guess who would step away from RWBY, it'd be her. But we'll see. She can be replaced. Unfortunately, she can. I'm not saying she's bad, but she could be. Did you ever play the RWBY? I said RWBY. Did you ever play the Rugrats video game? I did. I don't know which one you're talking about, but I did. I played several of those things growing up. They're always fun. It was a whole mess. Wow. I escaped that one. I escaped that hell. But yeah, always drama around Rooster Teeth, man. Always drama around Rooster Teeth. Always. I watched the first 3 seasons of Cobra Kai, and I dropped it after the finale of season 3. Vex, how do you want RWBY to end? I want. That's a loaded question. If the current writers are going to stay on, if we're trying to wrap up the existing series, I want the final confrontation to be Cinder against Team RWBY, because that makes the most sense. I want leave off on a place where the show can continue. I want some stakes, so I want some deaths. So one of the main crew gotta die. Whether it's Jean, RWBY, Weiss, Blake, or Yang, somebody gotta die. So give the show some stakes there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, they're in a rough spot, so I don't know. We kicked her out. Kicked Aaron out of her spot. I don't have a favorite character in that show. Cobra Kai, I don't have a favorite character. There's some bad acting in that show for sure, but if there any way to beat Salem without Talk No Jutsu, no, I don't think so. I think you would have to. Okay, so here's Salem. Give me a breakdown on Salem. The issue you have with Salem is not that Salem wants to die. That's her goal. I want this to end. She's not doing it to be like evil, or she's not doing any of this to be like the conquered world. She's doing everything she's doing to end herself. She wants the world to end because she wants to end. That's very sympathetic, actually. So you can get around, you can work with Salem in that respect. So she wants her life to end. That's what she wants. So what you do is find a way to separate Salem from the Grim. Because remember, she went against the gods. They cursed her. She jumped in the pool and came out. She came out evil, basically. Came out saying, "I want to destroy the world. I want to destroy." He had a desire for destruction after coming out of the Grim pool. What you do, find a way to separate Salem from the Grim. Okay, once she removed that, you got the Salem, the human being, and you can work with her, right? So that's how you stop her. So maybe the Silver Eyes can be used somehow to remove the Grim from her. And once you get the regular Salem, the human Salem, then she could be spoken to and reasoned with to some degree. At least that's what you would think you would do narratively, you know. Gotta get to regular human Salem. Gotta do. Once you get her to this, right? Once you get her back to this, then you have a chance. Gotta get back to this. If you get her back to this, oop, it disappeared on my side. If you get back to this, you can do something about her. You can reason with her, you can talk to her, but that's the goal. That's the problem. Because right now the Grim is affecting her, and she can't really like stop herself because she has a desire for pure destruction. So she wants to destroy the world, and by that, ending her life, right? That's the goal. So get her to this state, and then see how you can work with her. See what happens after that. And at that point, Cinder must become the main antagonist. That's how I'll do it. Get Salem to this, and then pivot to Cinder being the main antagonist, and close the show. Yeah, she's dangerous for sure, but she can be reasoned with more. There's a better chance to talk to her in this state because you're removing the desire for pure destruction. She hates the gods. She cursed the gods. But if you get her here, her mind might be clear enough to say, okay, Salem, we know what you want. Let's talk about this. What can help you? We can help you in the curse or lift the curse somehow. We can help you somehow. Get her to this. And then she could be reasoned with at this point. Potentially. That's how you do it narratively. But yeah, she'd still be a problem like fighting her. She's still immortal and she still has magic. I'm not saying you do this so you can beat her physically. I'm saying you do this so you can talk to her potentially. I'm sick of Cinder Vex. She's the worst character in the show, but from a writing standpoint, she's the antagonist. Think about it. She's been there every step of the way. Volume 1 finale. Volume 2. She orchestrated the entire fall of Beacon. She killed Pyrrha. She killed Penny twice. She is the problem. She is the antagonist. She is the person you have to defeat. She's pure evil. There's no redeeming qualities. She's the big bad. She is the big bad. Salem lost her husband, her love. She got depressed. She tried to bring him back. She hated the gods because she thought that gods were all powerful and they refused to help her. She was broken. She's mentally defeated. There's problems with this woman. You can sympathize with that. Now she wants to end herself. She wants to die. You can sympathize. You can empathize with her. And I think she's the better villain. She's the better antagonist because she has purpose to her goals. That makes sense. Cinder is worse off, but the problem is, you know what? I'm talking myself out of it. The Cinder is the better character. She is the more compelling villain. So you shouldn't end with Cinder. You shouldn't. You should end with Salem. You should end with Salem. Sure, that should be the ending. Okay, I changed my mind. I've changed my mind. You should end with Salem. But Cinder is the big fight. That makes sense? Cinder is the big fight you have to do. The last thing to do is deal with Salem. That's the last thing to do. But the last big fight is with Cinder. So that's what I meant by the last antagonist, the main antagonist. The big fight is fighting Cinder. But ultimately, so to end the war, to end the struggle, you must deal with Salem. So she's the last thing you deal with, right? She's the last thing you have to worry about. The last step is Salem, but the big fight is Cinder. That makes sense? Cinder is the big fight, but Salem is the last obstacle, the last step to take to end the show on a positive note. Think the writing's going to be fine? No, but it is what it is. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. No, but I think the writing will be what it always is. Hit and miss. Good and some bad. Uneven. What it is. How funny would it be if RWBY became evil and puts a Batman who laughs? And pulls a Batman who laughs? Ha ha ha. That's not happening. They're kind of doing that with Weiss in the Dust spinoff. Well, not spinoff, but the Dust fan show they're doing right now, right? The fan project. All right, folks. Coming up on 3 hours. I think that is it for the stream. I think. Maybe not, but we'll see. I'll be doing more streams going forward. Probably once a week, maybe. Yeah, Osmond running away from the kids was a stupid move on his part. Salem should be left in the ever after as she loses her grim existence. Put Cinder in the ever after. Put Cinder in the ever after. I think Salem has to. You have to wrap up Salem in a compelling, satisfying way beyond locking her up. I think Cinder can go to ever after. But Salem needs to be wrapped up. I think a satisfying conclusion for Salem would be to end her immortality in a way that's compelling and satisfying narratively. I don't think you can just put Salem away. I don't like that idea. Cinder you can put away somewhere. But Salem needs to be wrapped up somehow. It needs to be put to rest in some respect. Well, we'll see. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you do that, but that's what you got to do. All right, folks. That is it for the stream. Do me a favor. Hit like. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'll be doing more streams going forward, probably once a week. Thank you guys for joining me. It's been a blast recapping, getting back into RWBY a little bit because I've been lost from it. I haven't seen it in a little bit. My mind has been other places. So it's been good to talk about this. And I forgot a lot of stuff. I'll admit, I forgot a lot of stuff. Maybe have Salem eat the ever after trees leaves. Yeah, that could work. Come up with stuff. It's all fiction. You make it up. No excuse. There's no God coming down, forcing you to write something. You are in control. You are in control of the script. You are in control of the script. So do something good. All right, guys. See you guys later. Peace.